The big announcement came out less than 3 weeks ago, and with it, the truth was revealed in a very public way. Jan Fields, president of McDonald's USA, home of the Golden Arches, Ronald McDonald, the Big Mac, and the McShake, released the nationwide news that the fast food chain would put its calorie counts right up there on the menu boards, both inside the restaurants and out on the drive-through signs. In actuality, if you had wanted the information before, it was accessible. I understand it was always there online, or you merely had to turn the placemat over on your serving tray. But now it's being posted for the entire country to see. A small hamburger will cost you just 250 calories, but come on, how many of us stop there? A Big Mac and medium fries is more like it, with 920 calories, and then just add one 16-ounce Coke, and you're looking at a whopping 1,140. Then there's the McShake Cafe. I hate to tell you, these treats contain over 800 calories in a single drink and 120 grams of sugar, the equivalent of about 25 teaspoons. Given that the American Heart Association tells us we should have, about 9 a day, a little math calculation will tell you what kind of an idea it is to order a McShake. Now, if you're a calorie counter, all of this information comes as sobering, habit-changing information. But guess what? You would be in the minority. For McDonald's has already been posting calorie counts in some select cities like Philadelphia and New York, and they have found that it has an immaterial impact on our ordering habits. Some 85% of us don't even know what the optimal daily calorie count is for us, either for losing weight or maintaining it. And quite frankly, their research reveals that even when we do, we order what we're gonna order. Once we make the decision to eat at a McDonald's, we blow through the caution signs of overindulgence because we've already made up our minds what's going to taste good, what's going to satisfy our hunger, and we don't care the impact on our waistlines. We come to the end of the 9th chapter in Mark, and the tides are turning for Jesus. His ministry in Galilee is moving toward a close, and soon he will head to Jerusalem, a place that will yield hostility, escalating opposition, and death. Jesus has predicted his death twice already. We've read them here in worship, and he's going to do it one more time in chapter 10 before arriving in the holy city in a parade-like fashion on Palm Sunday in chapter 11. He's been providing his disciples with instructions all along the way concerning how to be faithful. Now, perhaps at first, as the followers were just learning to know this amazing but enigmatic man named Jesus, the nature of discipleship was more confusing and cryptic. Miracles and parables and all of those things were kind of not all that easy to read. What manner of man is this? They were known to question as they witnessed his ministry unfold. But now, as things are moving to a climax, Jesus speaks with greater urgency. The way is becoming clearer. And like McDonald's, placing those calorie counts right on the menu board, the information is becoming more available and accessible. He says you need to pick up your cross if you're going to follow me. You need to lose your life if you're going to save it. You need to embody humility if you want to be great, if you're going to preach and teach in my name. These are the phrases we have been hearing. over the past couple of weeks. Well, today, Jesus once more takes the pulse of how the disciples are doing and discovers that additional remedial work is needed for them to be effective witnesses of the gospel. And if we listen to their lessons, we discover that Jesus' instructions are worth repeating in every age. The first issue Jesus contends with is one we all know well, and in fact, one that already reared its head back in the Old Testament reading that Dave Ziska read. No, it appears we never, ever learn. Both Joshua in the reading from Numbers and then later the disciples in Mark display judgmentalism in the face of someone ministering in the name of the Lord. Joshua, he has a problem with Eldad and Medad, men who were not among those appointed 70 elders, but they were prophesying nevertheless. And the disciples in Mark find troubling this person they perceive to be some kind of rogue healer, casting demons in Jesus' name. So it's as if this inner circle leaders, they can't resist tattling, but it backfires for them. Moses and Jesus both applaud anyone that would serve the Lord, no matter the circumstance or context. I mean, you know, if it walks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, it's a duck. Don't waste your time rooting out evil where there is none. Why? You have enough to think about in keeping your own self out of trouble. All of which brings me to my sermon title and the gist of what I see as today's gospel reading point. It's all about danger zones and the need to heed them.